إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فإن شاء الله عز وجل today we will have 3 sessions. The first session now is going to be Tafseer. The second session is going to be the Hadith Fiqh of Tafseer al-Allam that we were not able to have yesterday. And the third one is in Aqidah. طيب. We stopped on ayah number 17, 18, 19, and 20. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا. Their likeness is as the likeness of one who kindled a fire. When it lighted all around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness so they could not see. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا. So their likeness, or we can say their example, is like the example of the person who, their example is like the example of the one who kindled a fire and when فلما أضاءت ما حوله, then when it lighted everything around him, ذهب الله بنورهم, Allah took away their light, وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون, and left them in darkness, not able to see. Now let's look at what Imam al-Sa'di said, and we can make adjustments accordingly. Imam al-Sa'di said, أي مثلهم المطابق لما كانوا عليه كمثل الذي استوقد نارا أي كان في ظلمة عظيمة. Their example that applies to them. One second. نعم, he said مثلهم المطابق, يعني their condition is like the one استوقد نارا. He said he was in great darkness and in need for great fire. فاستوقدها من غيره, so he kindled it from others. يعني ولم تكن عنده معدة بل هي خارجة عنه, and it is not with him, however it was يعني from someone else, it was outside. فلما أضاءت النار ما حوله, so when the fire lit what is around him, ونظر المحل الذي هو فيه, and he saw the place that he was in and what's in it of dreadful things, and he was safe from it and benefited from its fire, and he was content with it, and he thought that he is able now. While in this condition, إذ ذهب الله بنوره, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took away this light. فزال عنه النور, so the light has been taken away. and happiness along with it. وبقي في الظلمة العظيمة والنار المحرقة. So he stayed in the great darkness and the burning fire. So the light that was with it was gone. And what is left is only its heat. It's burning. فبقي في ظلمات متعددة. So he remained in many darknesses. ظلمة الليل, the darkness of the night. وظلمة السحاب, the darkness of the clouds. وظلمة المطر, and the darkness of the rain. والظلمة الحاصلة بعد النور, and the darkness that happened after the lights went out. The lights were gone. فكيف يكون حال هذا الموصوف? So how is the condition of this thing, of this person that we are describing? فكذلك هؤلاء المنافقون استوقدوا نار الإيمان من المؤمنين. So these hypocrites, now focus يا أخوة. Now focus. He says فكذلك المنافقون, likewise are the hypocrites, they sought the fire of Iman, of belief, from the believers, and it was not a description, an attribute of them, meaning the munafiqeen ya akhwan. So they have had light temporarily and benefited from it. فحقنت بذلك دماؤهم. So their blood was preserved. The shed of their blood was safe and was preserved by that. وسلمت أموالهم. Likewise their wealth. وحصل لهم نوع من الأمن في الدنيا. And a type of safety they have enjoyed in the dunya, in this life. فبينما هم كذلك. So while this is their condition, إذ هجم عليهم الموت. Death overtook them. Death suddenly attacked them. فسلبهم الانتفاع بذلك النور. So, and has taken away their benefit from that light. And now they experience every sadness, sorrow, and punishment. And now they are in the darkness of the grave, and the darkness of disbelief, and the darkness of hypocrisy, and the darkness of sins. With its different types. And after that, the darkness of the hellfire, and what an evil abode, and what an evil abode. Sorry. The brothers, they sent that it's now is al-Qawaid al-Muthla. Yani that goes to show you that the admins that we have, they're not even watching. They just sent the message. No, it's not Qawaid al-Muthla. Now it's the Tafseer. طيب. أيوة. طيب, so what is the translation of this ayah? There's one thing that is problematic. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا. Their example is like the example of who kindled a fire. Then when it lighted everything around him, it's lit, huh? Lit, not lighted. It lit everything around him. Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, not able to see. But Imam al-Sa'di said istawqada, meaning that they sought the fire from somebody else. And we need to put this meaning there. He said فَاسْتَوْقَدَهَا مِنْ غَيْرِهِ. How do you say this in English? Yani as if you had like a torch and you don't have a fire. And you go to someone who has a fire and you seek the fire from him. You light it from him. طيب, let's the brothers that are with us on YouTube. Which one is better? Do we say مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا? We say their example is like the example of the one who sought to kindle a fire, in parentheses, from others? Or do we say their likeness is as the likeness of the one who sought to kindle a fire, in parentheses, from others? Then when it lighted everything around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, not able to see. Which one is better? Second. But what if we said their example is like the one who sought? لا, but that طيب. يعني we say their likeness. You like that one better? So we say their likeness is as the likeness of the one. Their likeness is as the likeness. Their likeness is as the likeness of the one who sought to kindle a fire, in parentheses, from others. Then when it lighted everything around him, we can say everything around him, or we can say, and when it's lighted, what was around him? These are both. We can say that. Let me just look. 1 second. Naam, let's say their likeness as the likeness, as we said, and then we say, then when it lit what was around him, lit everything, نعم, what was around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, not able to see. Okay, barakallahu fikum. Can you post that, Ibn Junaid? Their likeness is as the likeness of the one who sought to kindle a fire from others. When it lit, we said then, right? Then when it lit what was around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, not able to see. There's one thing that is missing, which is then. Can you add it so that we can move on? Then when it lit what was around. طيب. How does this look? Everyone sees the ayah. How does this look? Good? So their likeness is as the likeness of the one who sought to kindle a fire from, in parentheses, from others. Then when it lit what was around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, not able to see. How does this translation sound? And then ayah number 18, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, صُمٌّ بُكْمٌ عُمْيٌ فَهُمْ لَا يَرْجِعُونَ. Deaf, let's see the tafsir of Taqiyuddin Hilali. لا, it's not off. It's what it is said. مثلهم كمثلي. It has been repeated. We don't want to take it out. طيب. Let's see what Shaykh Taqiyuddin Hilali. So number 18, saying they are deaf, dumb, and blind, so they return not. فهم لا يرجعون. نعم. So we say صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون. We say deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not return. So they don't return. طيب. Deaf, dumb, and blind, so they don't return. Okay? And نعم. Deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not return. And we will add parentheses afterwards. Let's just see what Imam As-Sa'di said. صُمٌّ أي عن سماع الخير, meaning from hearing that which is good. بُكْمٌ أي عن النطق به, dumb as in saying it. They're not able to say it. عُمْيٌ, blind, as blind from seeing the truth. فهم لا يرجعون لأنهم ترك الحق بعد أن عرفوه فلا يرجعون إليه بخلاف من ترك الحق عن جهل وضلال. He says, because they abandoned the truth. Yani we're going to put in parentheses, they do not return to the truth. To the truth. طيب. Al-Imam As-Sa'di says, because they abandoned the truth after they knew it, so they do not return back to it. In contradiction to the one who يعني abandoned or stayed away from the truth because of ignorance and misguidance. For he لا يعقل, he did not know. وهو أقرب رجوعا منهم, and the one that is, this is his case, it is more likely for him to go back to it. Go back to it. طيب. So ayah number 19, deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not return, in parentheses, to the truth. Now, this is the portion that we're going to take today. Now we will move on, inshallah azza wa jal, from the Quran. We're going to move to the hadith, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Bismillah. I will close this session and we will start a new session, inshallah, with Tafseer al-Allam.